Thank you. Hey, good morning, CSL. My name's Jake, that's Joe, and we're the two J's today. And up on stage, whose name does not start with J, sadly, but the letter M is also wonderful. We acknowledge the letter M. Please give it up for Marina Christopher.
We're going to begin with a song I've sang here once before at CSL. It's called We Shall Be Known by Mama Muse. It's a bit of a chant, so if it comes back to you or if you figure it out, the chant, join in with me. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time to lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to live in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time to lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
So, can I see your words? I tried to keep up, but I couldn't. It is time now to live the great turning. What if what we're going through is a turning? What if we're going through a turning away from a way of being and moving into another experience of what can be, whether it's individually or collectively? What if this is not something that will stay, but this too shall pass, no matter what we're going through? Whether we're going through a diagnosis, or we're going through a state of unemployment, or we're going through what in the world? Anybody got there? It's a turning, and we shall learn to lead. What if we could learn to lead in love? What if we're leaders instead of spectators? What if we're leaders instead of followers? Now, I don't, you come here, you're not a follower, but sometimes spiritual people can be spectators, commentators, doing play-by-play. They should have done this. Why didn't he do that? What's the quarterback thinking anyway? And what if we were born for such a time as this, and that we knew what would be going on, and we said, no, universe, pick me. I want to be on the field. I want to play. I want to contribute. I want to do this. What if that's us? Because there's a turning. Too many people for too long. Oh my goodness, I'm better with music. Too many people, brothers and sisters, are all about what they're doing. What if it's about us? What am I doing? Who am I? What can I contribute to not only the betterment of myself, but the betterment of the world? Pick me. Let that be our prayer this week. Dear universe, God, Jehovah, Holy Spirit, pick me. And so it is.
We shall be known by the company by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time to lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now. What a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning, in this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, a spiritual, not religious community dedicated to inspiring all to connect with something greater than themselves. We have little or no dogma. We simply teach age-old wisdom ideas and invite people to try them out. So I am Veronica Schindler. I am a practitioner. No, I'm not. I'm a ministerial student, and I'm thankful to the ministers for giving me this chance to get over my fear of talking to crowds. My pronouns are she and they, and I'm here to just welcome you. Look at all these faces that come to second service. Wow. And to welcome those of you online. I spent 2 years in Berkeley watching services online. I know how wonderful the services can be, and I just welcome you. I'm glad you're there. And the thing that I like about this community is that it is a community and that we're connected. And so there is a card in the seat backs that you can fill out to get more connected and more information. It's called a connection card. And it's online for those of you who, there's a link to it online for those of you who are online. And my challenge to you is to say hello to somebody you don't know today.
This song we're going to play is one of my absolute favorite bands called the Punch Brothers. And this song specifically is about when you're in the moment, resisting the urge to reach for your phone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eyes up, blinking in the sun, wrapped in invisible wire. Something beautiful's gonna come. Out from underneath our thumbs, to let freedom vibrate, not read. 'Cause we can listen to everyone. glow. I feel the warmth of the screen. Is it beautiful? Maybe not, maybe so. Whatever keeps us singing. My, oh my, what a wonderful day we're having. We're having. Oh why are we looking for a way outside it? Outside it. How long can we keep the whole world spinning under our thumbs? Spinning under our thumbs. Spinning under our thumbs. My, oh my, what a wonderful day we're having. We're having. Oh why are we looking for a way outside it? Outside it. How long can we keep the whole world spinning under our thumbs? Spinning under our thumbs. Spinning under our thumbs.
So you'd call that not the ode to the phone.
Ode to no phone.
Ode to no phone. Okay, got it. Ode to no phone. Fun. How are you guys doing? Woohoo. I know this has been a weekend, hasn't it? It's okay. For those of you that are Seahawks fans, it's okay. You can just let yourself out for a second. That's enough. I didn't watch the game last night, but when the fireworks were going off all over my neighborhood, because I live in unincorporated Snohomish County, I knew that we had won. I was like, yeah, it's a lot of excitement. I'm excited for people who are excited. But let's talk about you. Enough about them, enough about that. Let's talk about you. I want you to have the best year of your life so far. That's my intention for you to have that. And today's talk is what you focus on will be realized, so be careful. Because we can pray for one thing and fear the other. And guess what wins? Because we give our attention on what we fear. So 5 minutes with God and then the rest of the day fearful will not get you the results you want, because the law says what you give your attention to will increase, not what you hope and wish for. Ooh. So this talk is morphing at this very moment. I'm like getting downloads. So here's what I want to do. I want to support you in being the kind of person that can focus on the outcome that they want with certainty, not focus by accident on what you don't want. I want you to not have another accidental life. How many of you have had accidental lives? Things happened, then you dealt with it. Things happened and you coped. Things happened and you did well. I would love for you to to know the mechanism for creating the life that you would like. And there is a mechanism to that. I want to just share with you some words from Ernest Holmes. Perhaps the simplest way to state the proposition is to say that we're surrounded by a mind or intelligence, and that intelligence knows everything. That potential knowledge of all things exists in this mind, and that the abstract essence of beauty, truth, wisdom coexist in the mind of the universe, that we also exist in that universe, and we can draw from it. I mean, this is run-on sentences. Somebody that's really into literature might like it. Andrea. Let me be more concise. Let me be more concise. God can only do for you what it can do through you. So no matter how much intelligence there is out there, if you think that you can't, you won't, and you're too stupid, or you don't know how, or you haven't been taught, or you didn't have the background, and you didn't have the privilege, then guess what? That will show up in your life, not the universal intelligence. Does this make sense? The Kathianne could be a Ernest Holmes whisperer. Kathy, I'm talking to me in the third person. How weird. So that's what I want to address. It's not so much the tools that are made available online and in so many places. It's not so much the tools about manifestation that will get you the life you want. It's how you finally identify yourself. What do I say about me? Not only what I say about me, but what am I remembering about me? That's what I'd love for us to talk about. But first of all, I need to catch some of you up in case you weren't here last week. If you weren't here, I hope that you will watch the talk from last week because I thought it was good and I'm pretty critical. I want to talk this whole series this January about why, what, and how, and now I've added who. To answer those questions. Why is the purpose of a thing? When you know your why, the what becomes easier. For instance, if you want to have a relationship, why? Why? Some people want a relationship for companionship. Some people want a relationship so they can travel with somebody. Some people want a relationship so they can grow old together. Some people want a relationship just for good sex. It's true. I heard, no, really, you can have that. You can sign up for that. But it will affect the way the relationship develops. Knowing why you want a relationship takes some thinking. It took me 4 marriages to understand why I wanted to be married. And when I understood why I wanted to be married, I could shift my consciousness, my attention into what I wanted to have. And the real why was someone to support who I was, not for me to be who someone wanted me to be, which had happened a lot in my life until I finally got why I kept trying. And when I was clear on the why, the what happened. What follows why? If you want to work at a particular place, why? If you don't want to work at a particular place, why? If you want children, why? You know, I've actually heard that some people want to have children so that someone would finally love them. That's not a really good reason to have children. My mother chose to have me so that she could get my father to marry her. Not a good reason. Does it make sense? Why is really powerful? Because it gives you self-mastery. It's the first step to self-mastery instead of having an accidental life. The bigger question is, why did I incarnate? To know why I decided to suit up in this heavy environment where spirit isn't free to just do anything it wants and be anywhere it wants to be. We got to drag this flesh around with us. And that's sometimes... And then it does stupid things like age on us and get sick. What? It's susceptible to things. We have to clothe it. Cover it up when it's cold. Get a fan when it's hot. But when we know why we incarnated, it helps us know why we wake up every morning and we want to get up. I talked a little bit about that last week and gave you some formulas for discovering your why. And I realized that one of the things that I'm going to put out there, since why I exist is to help you grow closer to your God, my intention for the year, what I'd like to have is to develop a way that I can help people find their what. I mean, not the what, their why, because it is like giving birth. It's foreign to the intellect, and yet it's real to the soul. And the soul wants us to know why we're here and why we're attracted to certain things. So that's my intention. I'm just stating it publicly so that I'll do it. I want to give you just a little bit of an experience. Well, I'm just going to move into what I really want to talk about, which is I've always followed why with what. To have my intentions for the year support the why I want to do something. I want my intentions to support the why I'm alive. And Judge Thomas Troward would call that the teaching of intention, and intention is to set the creative direction of mind. Remember, I need to tell you something. Remember, I was reading Ernest Holmes, and he said there's one mind and we exist in it. Guess what? I just read that science is saying that as well. Science is saying there's only one consciousness, we just use it. And Ernest Holmes said there will be a time when the scientists will meet us at the top of the mountaintop and the mystics will be there with a picnic table. Because that's why I love this science. Yes, it is a science. It's a science of religion, a science of spirituality, a science of thought, a science of mind. I love all of that because if science can't prove it, then it's just an idea. But science is proving everything that I've been teaching for over 40 years. Hallelujah. So we direct that universal mind that we exist in through something called intention. And as far as I know, the first person that talked a lot about that was a man named Judge Thomas Troward. And for those of you that took the Learning from the Master's class, you know Thomas Troward. Some people love him because he's all about the law and how to use it. And he said, in essence, that intention sets the creative direction of mind, and that it becomes the cause in your life, and outer conditions will become the effect. But an intention is not a goal, because a goal is something you can check off. An intention is, this is what I will be living into. It's not what I develop or acquire, it's how I'm living in the future. For me, I wanted to live as a wife. It's hard to check that off. Now, I could do steps to do that. And actually, I remember praying and praying and praying for my lifetime partner. And I remember praying and not doing anything and coming from my condo in Pioneer Square to church and then back to my condo in Pioneer Square and not doing anything to become a wife. And God, I've only heard the voice like maybe 10 times. And the voice says, Kathianne, work with me here. You need to get out. I mean, literally. So the goal would become get out, meet people. The intention was to be a wife. To see the difference? So that's the thing that you could go for this year. What's your intentions? What do you want to live into? And according to Judge Thomas Troward, and I love this, in the end, the intention is the means for that unfoldment. So instead of doing what many people do, and I know this because I've been working with people for 37 years doing this, is they will only come up with an intention they've already figured out how to make happen. Oh, yeah, you're all guilty. All those, ooh. Nah, that's not the way it works in the realm of spirit. In the realm of spirit, name your intention, and then the means starts to unfold. Like, Kathianne, work with me here. That also means that if you're willing to just listen to your heart, I always, when I'm working with people, we've got these head things going on, but when people really listen to their heart, they will probably speak of things that have been buried there for a very long time that they've been afraid to admit. And that have been buried there for a very long time that they've been afraid to accept because they didn't see the way. But remember, according to Judge Thomas Troward, in the end is the means. Is the means. So take a moment. Close your eyes and listen. What is something that your heart longs for that you may have consciously avoided or consciously spaced out or consciously become numb to because you, in your infinite wisdom, which is a joke, couldn't figure out how it would happen, so you were afraid to accept it. And then, if it seems really out there, really out there, maybe it is a high and holy intention. And the thing I love about a high and holy intention is that it will not only probably take shape, it will grow you in the process. I love high and holy intentions. Something you can't do on your own. I have a high and holy intention. I shared it a little bit last week, and that is that I heal the sick wherever I walk. And I'm practicing. I'm getting pretty good results. And I'm going to continue to practice until that is just so who I am. I'm not going to go, oh, that. How many of you do that? How many of you give up when you see a little sparkle of demonstration? Oh, and then you think, well, I'm there. No. The intention is that it's there to transform you. This is all soul work, my friends. This is soul work. A high and holy intention requires soul work. Howard Thurman defines the purpose of us on earth, the purpose of life, as soul making. The development of the sensitiveness and depth of being which would put us in the fullness possession of all our spiritual power. Possession of our spiritual power. In other words, it will make us whole. Maybe every intention draws you so that you can know more of your real self. So everybody got an intention? No, 3 of you. Who has, and also don't think about it a lot. When I ask you to ask your heart will speak pretty quickly. And then the mind edits. So listen. Who has an intention for 2026? Great. Now, you've got lots of notes, write it down. Then put this someplace and look at it at the end of the year. This is your intention. And if it's beyond your comprehension about how you're going to make it happen, praise God, because it will grow you. Something beyond your ability to make happen grows you. I don't know how to make myself be an instrument of God's healing. But in the process, it will grow me. It will grow me. And I want to add just a little bit to this whole theory because I am aware that now that not only the why and the what, So the why is the purpose. Why am I here? Intentions, or the what, support that purpose in the long run, because if I'm here to bring people closer to their God, one of the ways to bring them closer to their God is to show them that God can heal the ills that plague them. But also, when they get close to their God, there is no ill. So either way, people are better off. And that's also the reason that I teach practitioners. For us to have more of this in the world is a powerful thing, because even though medicine is advancing, disease is advancing faster. We're coming up with new stuff all the time. Plus, there's the disease within our own soul with depression and anxiety and other things. So guess what? Spiritual development needs to keep pace. But this is the new thing I want to share with you. I discovered that it's not enough to know what we want to have happen. We must go into the who, and who I must become to have that happen. Who I must become to make this natural and normal is really a big deal. And I think I've done talks on this, and if you were in my classes, you know that I've been on a whole riff with this, that every problem is a blessing. Take a deep breath. Because if all's God, then every problem that I see is just God asking me to look past it and see God, like only God. And that there's a blessing, because God's everywhere and God does the blessing. When I can see the problem as a blessing, then I get blessed and I shift a little bit. I become a different person, just a tiny bit. And I'm not so much a different person, I'm more the real me. Because guess what? What we are is an expression of divine innocence and divine essence. And we are the magnificence of God showing up in a unique way, never to be duplicated, and absolutely necessary for the wholeness of the world. Now that's a big calling. And in case you didn't know why you're here for that in your own unique way. Because a whole bunch of spiritual people think this is a spectator sport. Or, you know what, like God is for our bandage. No! Just get a bandage and then become. So who is so important? Who we say we are is so important. And to discover that who is an act of initiation. You know, in mystery schools, and I've been studying mystery schools, people were challenged psychologically and emotionally and physically. And in indigenous people, there were initiation rites, and they were not easy. Have you studied initiation rites for indigenous people? No wonder we like it cushy. Goodness. Whether it's from Africa or North America or South America, to become an adult, you were challenged. To become an elder and a spokesperson for the tribe, you were challenged. Woo! I mean, we used to have a great program called Coming of Age, and I think that those of you that had your children in it, you know what that was like. But they were not challenged like a 13-year-old in Africa would be. I mean, I was in Kenya, and the Maasai don't get to be an elder until they go out with just a stick and they kill a lion. Yeah. Yeah. So no wonder when I was at the game preserves and we were guarded all the time by Maasai, because it was just us and the great wild. We weren't caged in. But there was a Maasai outside all the time, and all they had was a spear. And I'd ask, "Are you afraid?" He said, "This is a sharp spear." But here's the deal. We have our own way of being challenged, because God does not play favorites. We have our own challenges, and you know what our challenges are? What bugs us? You know what our initiation is? our powerlessness because of something happened, where it's in our home, in our family, in our society, in the world. How we respond shapes us and makes us who we say we are. There's a song I love, and I put it on my Wednesday faith lift. My Wednesday faith lift. I'm not what happened to me. I am who I choose to be. I'm not what happened to me. I'm who I choose to be. Because we all have stories that would allow us to be wounded for life. Who doesn't have a story? And yet, what do we choose to be? And the reason that we're not quite going there is because we don't honor what has been told in mythology forever, which is that every soul goes through an initiation. Instead of going through the initiation, we sometimes seek comfort or distraction or something else instead of letting what happened to us be the opening for us to know our own spiritual magnificence. So I just love this. This is how the initiation goes. Told in The Lion King, because that's the story of initiation. It's the hero's journey, and Lion King was just a long lineage of heroes' journeys. If you want more on that, Hero of a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell, because it's all over. It is universal. Hero stories are universal. And The Lion King is based on Hamlet. Hamlet is based on Horus killing Sete, his uncle, who killed his father. I mean, this is an old story. This is not modern. But you can see, if you'd like, all of the animals going behind you. You know, go into the musical. Don't sing, please. Starts out with a call to adventure. Simba was born into kingship. So were we. We are originally not just innocent, we are originally magnificent. Original sin was made up so long after the original Genesis story. It was made up by people who wondered, why don't people understand who they are? It's because they were not supported in who they are when they were born. But we're called. We are heirs to the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven is the realm of harmony and power and creativity. And we're born into that. But guess what? We fall and we're in exile, and we have trauma and guilt, and we're driven away because of what we're told. Simba was told, this is your fault. How many of you were told things? Only this side is honest? How many of you were told things? Now, I did not come from a religious family. I was not told that I was a sinner. Oh, praise God. I didn't have any of that stuff. But I was told I was a woman and not to expect much. And you're going to go as far as your husband will take you. And you better get married young so you can have children, because that's the purpose of your life. It did sort of thwart my experience. And I felt like when I was not engaged a year after high school, I thought I had failed. Some of you are going, yeah, it's pretty much. But see, that was I'm not what I was told to be. I'm who I choose to be. So stuff happens. I wasn't abused, but I wasn't supported in being everything that God could be through me. I wasn't supported in that. There was no wrongdoing. That was the culture. Some of us are going through things. I am going through something, and it's big, and I won't talk about it till I'm through, but I will be triumphant, because that's what I expect, because I am not what happens to me. I'm who I choose to be in the midst of what happens to me. And that's I can only talk about it because that's what I'm living right now. So Simba, out of trauma and guilt for not living up to someone else's standard, hides and gets distracted and goes into denial and purposely forgets who he is. But luckily, God never stops bugging us. Yoo-hoo! And God sends a spirit, Mustafa's spirit, and also sends another mentor to continually remind him of who he really is. How many of you have had those like flashes of, I'm more than this? How many of you have had flashes when you think you can't and all of a sudden you think, I could, but what do you entertain? I mean, they had to be on his case for a while. And praise God, God is patient. The universe is patient, and it continually pushes us until we decide, I'm not what happened to me. I'm what I choose to be. Then he not only remembers who he truly is, he moves into that identity. His who changes. I'm not an orphan. I'm not a victim. I'm not a perpetrator. I'm not scared. I'm not hiding. Oh, yeah, right. I was born to rule my kingdom, which is within our head. We were born to become self-masters of our own thinking instead of regurgitating what we've been told. Now, for some of you, your lives might be really great. And I'm, because I know that happens. But I want you to go from good to gooder. Why not gooder? What bothers you out in the world? I'll tell you one of the things that bothers me out in the world is bullying. Any kind of bullying. I remember being a little girl and I'd watch other kids get bullied, and for some reason there was a part of me that just wouldn't put up with it. It's like, oh, no, you don't. You just leave them alone. And then, I don't know what made me do that, but I did. And usually the kids were bigger, but it doesn't matter. When you come out as a Aries with your horns going that way, people back off. Now, here's the reason why bullying bugs me. Because there's a bully in me. Now, she's put in a cage in a locked closet with a bunch of locks. But I do know she's in there. And I don't want her to come out because I don't want her to do damage. But if I realize that I am not a bully just because I can do bully, then, and I love that part of me that feels it needs to be that aggressive. If I love that, then I can shift that, and the bully becomes what I want to be, which is kind and compassionate, understanding and powerfully an ally for anyone that's being bullied in any way. See, I don't know how that girl got there, but I'm not choosing to be that or even hide that. Guess what? If you hide that, that's not healing that. It's deciding who you want to be. So what do you see out in the world that you wish wasn't there? And does it reside in you? Because if it's really bugging you, there's a closet. You know what? We all need to come out of the closet sometimes. And just admit that, I got this going on too, but I choose to be this, and I choose to love this and incorporate this and make it be transformed by the power of the Holy Spirit that is within me. And it can happen. So then he remembers who he is, and he returns and he confronts his shadow, which is Scar. He confronts that which he ran away from, and in so doing, he reclaims his power, and order and life are renewed. That's the process of initiation. It's the process of soul work. It's a process of redefining ourselves. So I realize that a lot of times people will, especially when I taught and have taught self-mastery, but I don't teach that now, money mastery is that people want a demonstration, and they get demonstrations, but I worked really closely with ministers last year because they could demonstrate money in their life and in the life of their church, but they still saw themselves and their church as lacking. But as soon as we turned the consciousness to there's always enough, they didn't have to pray for money anymore. Who you are is so important. It's worth the effort to redefine yourself in a way that magnifies the majesty of the magnificence of God as you. It's worth it. It's worth the work. Whew. So, my dears, is there anything else I want to add? Yeah, I want to add this. As we enter into 2026, I want for all of you to have a life that works. I want for all of you to participate in creating a world that works. And I hope that you do the deep work to find out who you are. Because when you know who you are, watch out. It's like me as a little kid standing between a bully and some other person. And for some reason it worked. For some reason it worked. I mean, as a girl, I was short. I was kind of plump. Some things don't change. But still, when I said, don't you do it, they stopped because who I was safety. Who you are needs to be magnified because who you are is God uniquely showing up in you as a perfect expression of itself. Let us pray. I just give thanks that as we claim who we are, we move into our own wholeness. Our own wholeness. Lisa Rancro, in her book, Soul Medicine for a Fractured World, says, the wholeness of the world requires each of us to be made whole. See, we feel one another, consciously or not. We breathe each other's air and we sense one another's suffering. Our individual nervous system is plugged into the collective nervous system. Our soul is part of the collective soul. Emerson, Oversoul, from further study. This connection is not only a prescription for pain, it is also a resource for healing. Each individual awakening impacts us all. Every act of radical beauty, generosity, courage, or kinship amplifies those qualities in the collective heart and shifts the tide towards liberation. The trauma imprint is not indelible. We can heal, we can transform, and we can get free. And in doing so, we make the world a better place. Who's in for it? Raise your hand. That's a prayer, and so it is.
Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing things. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings. And with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just love your life and love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes the deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So just close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
Let's change that just a bit. Amazing, amazing. I will do amazing things. Oh, don't ask your neighbor to do amazing things. Although they will, I'm sure. Let's sing it, just the chorus. I will do amazing things. In 2026, set yourself up. I don't know what the amazing will be for you, but it'll be amazing to you and for us. Here we go.
Amazing, amazing. I will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. I will do amazing things.
All right. Thank you. Thank you once again. All right, I have a few announcements to share with you, but first, who has our basket? All right, Gail, thank you so much. And while you are getting your gift ready, there's ways that you can give beyond checks or cash or on an envelope writing your credit card number down, which I Okay, so I like miles. But I do get to travel. Yay. So anyway, well, all those things, all those ways you can give and beyond are on the back of this screen behind me. So please take advantage of that. And those of you that are listening, watching, thinking about online, thank you for your gift as well, because it's important. We try to create a wonderful experience for you, and I would love to have your support. But in the meantime, while you're thinking about that and getting those things ready, there's a few things I would like to draw to your attention. Affirmative prayer starts tomorrow. For those of you that want a tool as you're moving into your great intention and as you're becoming who you are called to be in this instant, guess what? Those tools, affirmative prayer, works and works and works and works. It's taught by Jerry Hudson. You're going to love it. Also, it's for those of you that are thinking about membership, either affirmative prayer or Beyond Limits is required for membership. And there's a whole lot of you that have been coming for a while, and it's like, well, why not become members? You know, really, especially this year, because it's the members who will choose the new spiritual director. It's not the observers. Ooh. Well, power. I get to have dominion. More about how to become a member, I could give, there's a sheet for that, but you do need to have one of two classes, affirmative prayer or Beyond Limits. So this is an opportunity for you to check off one of the requirements. Also, there's the year of money mastery where, as someone just told me after second service, you know, I'm afraid to be around you because you don't pull any punches. I will tell you why you don't have money. Then you can do with it as you choose. But too many people tell themselves stories. I'm dangerous. Is there a dangerous theme song? That's it. That's going to be my theme song for Money Mastery. Because too many people put the reason why they don't have what they want out there and not around me. And people that know me are shaking their heads yes. Yeah, be warned. All right. Other one, because I'm trying to, expand my who, I teach What Would Jesus Do? The reason I teach What Would Jesus Do is because I want nothing less than the healing consciousness of the man named Jesus. Yahshua ben Joseph. I want his consciousness. I want to do what he did in the world because I want to contribute to the world. I want to not be a victim of my circumstances, and he was never a victim. We go through things, he was never a victim. That's who I want to be. And if you'd like to join me, it ends right the week before Good Friday. Perfect journey. Perfect journey through, I think, like 8 weeks. Also, living as a mystic, because that's what I want to be too. I only teach what I want. And I am moving into mysticism, and I'm noticing that life just gets easier. The mystic life, it's hard for the brain to comprehend, but when it finally surrenders to it, it's like, oh my goodness, why didn't we do this before? Anyway, so just think about those classes. They're important. Also, this is really the fun part. Can I have my cheerleaders up here, please? Okay, cheerleading. Because once again, for the 14th year in a row, we will have our Super Bowl challenge. And it's so auspicious. Because 14 years ago, we created the Super Bowl because the Seahawks were going to the Super Bowl against the Broncos. Might happen again. And I challenged Mile High, which is like 5 or 6 times bigger than us, to who can raise the most food for the food banks. It had to be per capita, and I think we won that part. Anyway, so anyway, I love you. I think we should just play this to the hilt because you can't be on the field. I'm sorry, they're not going to let you be on the field You can't suit up as a Seahawk, but you can suit up against hunger. So any contributions will get us to our goal of $12,000. $12,000. Yes, let's do it. You can do it. And online. All of you guys online that would like the Seahawk team, the 12s, to raise $12,000, there's a button for you to push, I'm sure. I hope I said that right. Because I'm not sure what Beverly's doing, but I think there's probably a link that you can push. So, Beverly, love me anyway, okay? And then next week, a really great event, which is we're going to have a conscious contact film. It's about Bill W. And the conscious contact that he talks about is conscious contact with God. Bill W. was a spiritual man who had the download, discovered who he was out of the troubles that he went through. He was not his condition or his addiction. He was who he said he was going to be, and he created an organization that is probably the most powerful and wide-known spiritual organization in the world. So, if you'd like to have that story just inspire you, I encourage you to see the movie. It will be next week after second service, and those are all my announcements. And it's free. Thank you. Yes, be here. Uncle Jack, I call him Uncle Jack. Other people call him something else. Grandpa Jack. You're more like my uncle. Anyway, Uncle Jack, stand up, and he will, if you want to know more about it because he watched the movie, then just talk to him about it. So let's just take a deep breath and let the Spirit of God direct you in this next activity. And I will tell you why I ask. I ask for your support because I believe in what we're doing. I absolutely know we have just begun to tap the power of the universe. And then we're not only supposed to tap it, we're supposed to drink heavily of it and become intoxicated with spirit. We are to do what other mystics and monks have done. And I'd love that message out there, that people do not have to be the victim of circumstances, that at any time we can go beyond what we were told to be and decide who we really are. And let spirit inform that decision. So if you are in agreement with that and want to support that kind of message, I ask you to support that kind of message with your prayers and your substance. And so it is. And for those of you that are new here, we ask people to come forward and put the gift in the basket. For those of you that give all these other ways, come forward and just bless the basket. Let's do it. Here we go.
I forgot my mic. But if I had really good elocution lessons, maybe I wouldn't need a mic. So as we come to the end of our service, for those of you who want prayer, online, Kay will be there to pray with you virtually online. And for those who would like to pray in person, meet up here with Susan, and Susan will lead you in prayer in person. I'm so grateful to be here today. As we start moving into the new year, there were so many things that stood out for me in this service. I'm sure everybody here had some words that struck them. Show of hands? Yes. So the new year, we release things, and some of us are still releasing things. And some of us are looking forward to new things, new and different things. And there's a reminder that we are never a victim of our circumstances, never. We can choose who we want to be. So I remind you today, who do you choose to be in this new year, 2026? And what amazing things will you be doing this year? What amazing things will you be doing this year? Thank you for being here.
All right, everybody. It's time for the closing sing-along. Please rise as you are able. Please get up on stage and dance as you are able. Although, don't get too close to the bass. It bites. Marina doesn't, but the bass does. Anyway, Joe, would you fire up that disco beat back there? We're going to do I Sing My Love. Marina, can you give me that bass line? Yeah, here we go. Bust out your finest dance moves, and let's go!